Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll...
Mississippi State
24. So Mississippi State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Off the play fake on first down. Still looking, on the move. He's going to take off.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Catch in the middle, it's Mosley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they score first.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys get everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. That one comes out hot down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up. From the gun, the ground game. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Power football with the run. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He fires a bullet to the right. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Catch in the middle. It's Stevens. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They want to just keep throwing it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Out of the gun, the inside give. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Mississippi State going up tempo. He'll ride his man on the option. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll try to run for it. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where...
A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that play.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Arkansas! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they Thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get...
Oh, look out. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps. Man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you can see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like that.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake and bam, that defender.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Throws to the wideout. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping it.
He's going to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Right on target this time. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Going deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to move it through the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Mosley. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pass. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for his players.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He wants to throw. He's going to let it go. He caught it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Back to the ground with the running back. And the Razorbacks have a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. On the run, it's Russell. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The play-action fake. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you pick.
He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt. And you...
Looking for the end zone. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. A lot of urgency for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. The give to the tailback. Cobb sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry up. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for this offense. give to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snags it over the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The give out of the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Looking to move it through the air. Runs through it. He'll take a shot. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. To the air, it's Lagway. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Tight end finds a soft spot. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got loose, it was all over. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. They get him down after he makes the catch. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one. Back to the air one more time. Hauls it in. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Tempo in overdrive. And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They want to throw it. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer it, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Corners are going to bail. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Coleman. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. 1-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back